These union workers that have been working countless hours under the Trump administration, I'd like you to explain how you plan to not only keep us working, but how you intend on getting the union vote when there's a large portion of the union workers that are gun enthusiasts, and you are actively trying to diminish our Second Amendment right and take away our guns.
You're full of shit.
All right, thank you.
No, shush. Shush. I support the Second Amendment. Second Amendment, just like right now, if you...
So that's his staffer who's trying to get him. He's talking to a union worker and says, you're full of shit. That's his first response. You don't think this guy is suffering from dementia? Because that's what you do. You get violent. A lot of people get violent when it happened. They get unexplained anger outbursts. He's campaigning. That's a union worker talking about a legit issue.
And then he shushed his female campaign staff.
Yes. Watch. Let's watch. Let's watch.
Fire, that's not free speech. And from the very beginning, I have a shotgun, I have a 20 gauge, a 12 gauge, my son's hunt. Guess what? You're not allowed to own any weapon. I'm not taking your gun away at all. You need 100 rounds.
So when you were in Beto, when you said you're going to take our guns,
I did not say that. That's not true. I did not say that.
It's a viral video.
It's a viral video like the other ones they're putting out that are simply a lie.
Your voice, you said that you're taking the guns.
Well, he just clarified it. Wait. Hey, take the AR-14s.
Okay, this is not okay.
Hold on. All right. Hey, let's
There's a lot of guys.
A lot of guys want to.
I'm not worried.
Hold on. So much.
Give me a break, man. Don't be such a horse.
You're pushing up on me.
Hey, there's a lot of
Hey. Look, here's the deal. Here's the deal. Are you able to own a machine gun? I said, are you able to own one? I'm the law.
Machine guns are illegal.
That's right. So AR-15's illegal.
How is that in the machine gun?
No, it's not.
Semi-automatic.
Yeah, do you need 100 rounds? Do you need 100 rounds?
In America from handguns, and there are what you call assault rifles. Why are you advocating for assault rifles when people are...
So that's Joe Biden screaming in a union worker's face. There you go. There's your president. Tells a union worker you're full of shit. Imagine if Trump did that. Can you imagine the fucking pants sweating that would be happening at MSNBC and CNN right now if Trump did that to a union worker, told him you're full of shit? This is your Democratic Party. This is what they're doing to the country. Who's a bigger enemy of the country? Susan Sarandon, Jill Stein, or Tom Perez, Neera Tanden, and the Democratic Party? This is what they're doing to you. They're running a guy who's got obvious dementia, who's screaming at voters constantly. Go vote for the other guy. Go vote for someone else then. Get out. You're full of shit.
Okay, fat.
Can you imagine if... Okay, fat.
Hey, fat.
Can you imagine if the fucking Donald Trump's... This is the guy.
So I don't understand why he can be so blustery, so crappy to voters, and everybody wants to. He has decency. He
doesn't. That's a lie. Joe Biden is not a decent guy. Joe Biden has been the enemy of workers his entire life. Joe Biden has been the enemy of liberty. He's been the enemy of peace. He's been the enemy of decency. He's been the enemy of keeping people in their houses his entire life. He's not a decent guy. Joe Biden is the epitome of corruption.
If Bernie said this to a union worker, they would go
my
nuts.
God.
And the Second Amendment people have confronted Bernie like this, and he sticks to his, he goes, well, no, that's my policy. I don't agree with that. I'm not going to take your gun. Like, he says his thing. I mean, Bernie's the guy that hugged the guy that said, I want to commit suicide. And he says, no, you're not. No, you're not. That's how Bernie talks to people. That's how Bernie talks to regular working class.
Right.
He hugs them and says, no, no, no. Which is why it's so even more disheartening when Bernie isn't like fighting the way we want him to fight. And then this is the guy this is who Carl Reiner or Rob Reiner, whatever. This is who Rob Reiner wants to get behind.
This is the guy.
Because you know what? Rob Reiner thinks working class union people are dumb.
Yes.
You know what? It's a sad reality. I hate to admit it, but the college educated neoliberal, when the conservatives call them out on this, they're not wrong. You know, it is.
I agree.
It is. They're not wrong. The college-educated neoliberals like, these dumb working-class mopes with their guns. Look at this bearded union guy. Because you've never worked a day in your life. You've never worked a day in your life.
That's right.
And you talk down to them, and then you get so offended when the right talks down to inner city people of color. Oh, they're dumb. They don't work hard. You get all offended at that, and rightfully so. That is offensive. That is a wrong stance to take. But then the working class person you talk down to in the same way, they've all been screwed. The working class person of every ethnicity has been screwed over.
Yes, and Joe is no friend of the working class.
Not at all.
Hey everybody, the next live Jimmy Dore show is May 1st in Minneapolis, and then we're going to Chicago. Go to jimmydorcomedy.com for a link for all the tickets to all our live shows, and become a premium member at jimmydorcomedy.com/join. We give you hours of bonus material every week. Thanks for your support.